What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with our SAO Rising Steel video. I was not expecting to make this video tonight because I thought they were going to put out all the banners first. So we do have a notice in-game for the War of Underworld event, which is actually, or raid event, which is going to be starting tonight, actually, in about 3 hours at the, it's not the reset because the reset's at like 3 a.m. That's when we get our login bonus, but 1 a.m. is when they do the resets for the events and stuff like that. So we're going to be getting the War of Underworld raid event, which we're going to go over real quickly here in a second. But I did want to go back to, let's see if I can actually find it down here. When did they first? I don't know if it'll be in here or... No, it may have been, it might be on one of these things. Anyways, if you scroll down, you'll find where they basically talked about the bonuses. So they did a dark banner, which is still up for a few more hours. This actually goes away right when the War of Underworld event is going to be going live. So if you haven't done your half off on this and you want to kind of try and get one of these three, if you don't have them, I would definitely recommend doing so. And then we're going to get a water element one that's going to take its place, which I'm not even going to be doing the half off on. Not like I could do it right now anyway, but even if I had enough, I'm not going to be touching it just because in terms of water... I'm pretty fine. I've got Sortiliana at level 100, and then my Yu-Gi-Oh is 85, which is good enough for right now. I don't really need the shards at this very moment. I don't really care about pulling, because the 3 units will obviously be Berkuli, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Sortiliana. So if you don't need either of those 3, I wouldn't even bother. And then we should get one more banner after that. I believe it's a non-element one, which there's quite a few non-element units they could throw on there. They're obviously not going to throw these 2 on here because they're already on a banner here. Speaking of which, it's going to be in the news we're going to look at in a second, but these 2 are characters that are going to be boosted for this raid event. So if you do have them, make sure you have them leveled up because they are going to be very useful. If you don't have those 2 units, the other 2 units that are going to be staples for this event, which you'll see in a second, are going to be the free-to-play Berkuli and Lifa. So this one right here, which I haven't really done too much with. We're definitely not wasting non-element crystals on him. And then the Lifa over here, which, yeah, I only have 50 for her next line break as well. Which I'm sure even at 85, these characters will still be decent. They're not going to be the best, but if it's your only alternative option, then, you know, you kind of got to go with what you got. So let's actually hop into it now and look at the news here. So as you can see here, there's going to be awesome rewards. It's going to be a raid event. So it'll be one of those things where you just continuously fight bosses that appear on the map, and it'll be a community thing. It seems like other players will be able to join you, and we'll talk about more what that means in a second. But so it's going to be exchange items. It looks like there's going to be some earring accessory we can get from this too. Bonus characters are the Kirito and Sinon from the most recent banner, as well as the Lifa you see over here and the Berkuli. And it'll explain it more down here. So the new raid event, War of Underworld, begins. War of Underworld is an event where you cooperate with other players to tackle raid-style battles. So I'm still thinking, until we actually get into it, and I'll make a video when the stuff goes live, and we'll kind of try it out for the our first time. But, I think it's going to be kind of like how other mobile games do it, like Opera Omnia, for example, where it might have an actual, like, live co-op, but in terms of co-op, it may also just mean, like, oh, co-op in the sense of you're all a certain group of people are in, like, not really a lobby, but in, like, a server, like a tiny server type thing, and you're all attacking the same boss over a certain amount of time. Like, maybe when the first person attacks it, there's like a counter that goes for like 8 hours or something. And the people that are part of that group are the one, like kind of like what they do with Memory Defrag, how you get put in like a world tournament in Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, where you have like a local kind of ranking thing, and you work together or work against those people. Kind of similar to that is what we might see, but it may just be straight up co-op for all we know. So we'll have to see how that kind of works, because connecting to this game can be kind of wonky at times. It's still kind of, like, iffy, so I'm wondering how that's going to work. But we'll read this and we'll see what it says. Recover 5 WP stamina every day during the event. Okay, so it looks like you can only do 5 fights a day, if that's what I'm understanding right. Because it says you recover 5 every day. And it looks like you have a total of 5 during the event. Okay, so it looks like you'll have 5 yourself, but maybe you can still join other people who are, you know, signing up in a lobby. Fight together, take down powerful raid bosses. In this event, you could obtain up to 250 diamond cubes. So if you do everything you need to do here, you can get 250, which is a full multi, which is nice. I'll definitely be saving up for the next, like, main banner we're gonna get. And I know a lot of people are hoping we get, like, a new banner soon because Kirito and Sinon came out about a week ago. But I honestly, until we get all these, I don't want to call them filler banners, but banners that are basically boosts for the War of Underworld, I don't think we're getting a new banner. So we're going to get this water element banner tonight, and then I think on the 2nd or 3rd, that'll go away, and we'll get the non-element banner. So I think around maybe like the 6th or the 7th of next month, we could see like a brand new banner. That has nothing to do with the War of Underworld stuff, but they've been non-stop with new characters, new characters, new characters. So I would just say, save your gems, you know, be patient for the next thing. It will be coming soon, so there's no reason to get antsy for a new banner, as I know some people are. But anyways, okay, so maximum 25 gem shards to exchange for a 4-star. So is that referring to? Hold on. I guess is this? I'm trying to like see if I don't think it'll let me look at it. I'm wondering if they mean these shards, so you can get 25 that goes towards this. But there's no more. Maybe it'll have its own event shop. We'll have to see when the stuff drops. Because if it's referring to that, then we're going to have to wait till that refreshes and there's another ticket there. But if it's referring to its own gem shop, then that'll be something different. So from raid boss battle missions, work together with other players, take down raid boss and mission rewards. I'm still okay. Players who have collected 100 gem shards from other events can... Okay, so yeah, it's going to be the same one. So this 25 will just be saved up for when they, like, restock it. Which is pretty cool. Plus, in this event, you can get a guaranteed scout tickets for 4-star reward characters. Okay, it's for Lifa, okay. Gather up loads of exchange items, have a 4-star character join your party, and limit break them. So we can... I like that they're continuing this, because I don't think you can actually 100% Lifa yet unless you used regular shards. And even if you could, it'd be nice if they do over 100, because not everyone's going to be able to beat the, like, really hard level 90 stuff, as I have had trouble with. By the way, speaking of which, some people may have noticed I actually have this Alice now. So when I did the half off on the first banner, this is who I got. I didn't actually get an element from the banner. I didn't get a dark element. I actually got this Alice, which I'm very happy about, because it's my first attack all unit. So I'll finally get to get some of that content done. The only downside, obviously, is that she is also an earth element like my other Alice, and I'm more focused on getting the other Alice to 100 first. So there's that. Okay, enough of me jumping out of this. We're getting sidetracked by a lot of stuff. Okay, so there's going to be more ticket exchanges for the Lifa crystals, which will be nice for people who maybe don't have her yet or need more shards for her. So that's kind of nice. Doesn't say how many we're going to be able to get, but I assume a decent amount. Plus an accessory that increases Earth Elemental, required MP and damage dealt. Okay, so this will be great for both my Alices to if I can farm this up. If you can only get one set of it, I will put it on my... Okay, so it's required MP as well. So yeah, that'll be kind of nice. That'll definitely be nice to put on my Alice. Okay, this is just stats for the reward characters there. We've already gone over the Berkuli and Lifa. I assume the Raid of Underworld, or the War of Underworld... Let's actually scroll down here, because I think they have a map picture somewhere. We're going to go over all this in a second, but I'm seeing if they have a... Okay, they don't. I assume the boss will show what type they're going to be before you actually hop into it. Like, when you click on it, I'm sure it'll say, like, what the enemies in each, like, fight are going to be. Okay, and this is raid boss info. So, War of Underworld, there are 3 areas, each with a raid boss you can battle against, since there are 3 types of bosses, each appearing from a different area, devise strategies, and take them on. So... the more I read this, the more it feels like it's going to be actual co-op, which if that's the case, I may try to do some a co-op video during this event. We'll see what it kind of goes like. Have to talk to some people. But, okay, so this is the different stuff. So these are the different quests that you can do. And then these are the kind of enemies, which doesn't really tell us much right now. It just says low rate, all this kind of other stuff. So we'll have to see when we actually get in game what this kind of looks like level-wise. Battle details, how to play War of Underworld. The more raid bosses you take down, the stronger levels we'll get. Okay, so it's like Opera Omnia. Every time you take down the raid boss, it gets respawned at full health, and it's a higher level than before. So the higher level it is, there's more battle points and battle medals you'll get to exchange for stuff. Okay, so there is an actual exchange shop. So there's battle medal right here with the little sword. I assume that's like a Centauria, kind of like Cathedral, kind of like Medallion or something. I assume we'll actually... I guess they're just called battle medals, but I assume it has to do with the Human Empire stuff. Exchange them, so it looks like we'll be able to get those... I don't know what you even call them, but they're the crystals that work for any color, which will definitely be nice because I think I have 50 of them. So if I can get another 50, I can use that as a limit break. And the shop should be... I'll show you what I mean in a second, but the shop down where we saw the 4-star ticket, that should also be refreshing with 100 new crystals for each one if you exchange those other items for it, the like ore or whatever. So I will be able to get my new Lifa to 100 and my newer Alice to 100 within the next few days, which will be very, very nice. About raid boss battle, raid boss will get strong. Yeah, they already... Don't be afraid to call for rescue requests from other players. So it looks like there will be a way to... So when it says... Okay. Other players can join the battle with the damage... Okay, so we're actually inviting people. How's this going to work, though? Because you can only have a certain amount of... So do you just play as one character and you play with up to, like, 4 people? Since you have 4 characters on the map on a normal mission, does that mean you just have, like... You take, like, your strongest character and you go... Like I said, we'll see when it actually starts. Whether it's real co-op or if it's just you're taking characters with you. So we'll have to see. When taking down a raid boss, the amount of battle points rewarded will be determined by the amount of damage dealt by each player. So do the most damage you can so you get the most of the points that you kind of have to do there. So they show 61,000 health for this level 50 captain, which 61,000 really isn't, you know, we take down enemies with that kind of health, you know, pretty much on the regular, but this is only a level 50 raid boss, and maybe they'll be tankier than what we're used to. The player who dealt the most damage will get the best attack. Okay, so you get bonuses depending on how well you did. So you want to try... You pretty much want to outperform the people you're playing with so you can get more points. Which is like... It's co-op, but it's also not co-op at the same time. Interesting. Increase the amount of damage to raid bosses with co-op play. Okay. Once the final attack has been dealt to a raid boss, a combo will go into effect for a fixed period of time. When combo is in effect, the amount of damage dealt will increase in the incarnate amount from the start of battle. Okay, wait, what? But if you've already defeated, why are you still fighting? Once the final attack has been dealt to the raid boss, a combo will go into effect for a fixed period of time. This is another one of those things where we're kind of going to have to see it, because it's like the final attack, you would think the fight would be over by them. Maybe you can do like extra damage after the enemy's already defeated. Who knows? We'll see. Equip superior characters and equipment. Okay, so you want to use the characters that are give boosts for this. I assume if you use the actual characters here, these ones right here, yeah, obtain items for bonus character. Oh, increased obtainable items for bonus characters. Okay, so it probably just has more drops for like points and stuff like that. Let's go back to where we were. Get MVP after a boss has been taken down by multiple players. You can vote for an MVP. Okay, so whoever did the best, you can pretty much vote for them to, okay, it's pretty much going to be a title. You can be like, oh, you know, in the last War of Underworld raid, I was the MVP a bunch of times. Okay, bragging rights. Got it. Equipping the following characters. Equipping... Oh, just using them. So, the Sinon, the Kirito from Gungale, and then the Lifa and Berkuli. So, they all get the same boost. So, they do 20% more damage, and they get 1.1 times. It's for the battle points, that really doesn't matter, but 20% damage is pretty nice. If you don't have these 4 characters battle ready, I don't think it's going to be the end of the world. I still think you'll be able to get all the rewards you need to get through this event. You're just going to have an easier time getting all those rewards if you use these characters. Okay, and then we have the bonus equipment down here, the Nightshade Ring, which I believe we've been able to farm up already. I think that was our equipment. Though. Oh, no, this should be something new. Bonus equipment in this part of the event. So Dark Elemental, so that'll be good. And that's pretty much everything. What does it say down here? Damage dealt 10% during battle. So that's a nice little boost if you have that ring. So it seems like most of the bosses you're going to be dealing with during this raid are going to be light element, non-elemental, and then fire element, because we're getting a water banner to give a boost for that. So make sure you have non-elemental, water, and dark characters ready, which, if we actually go back and look, let's look at my list real quick. So let's look at water. So water, I've got 3 characters, because I can definitely utilize, if I have to, the free Sortiliana, who is, you know, she's pretty decent still for a free unit. Let's go ahead, let's look at, I feel like dark is going to be my best color, maybe? Well, no, probably not. Because I just have Kirito and I have Yuki. And then, what was the last one? It was, oh, non-elemental. Which I have 3 characters. I'll be able to use the Day 1 Alice, the Asuna that I have, and then the Berkuli. So overall, I've got a decent amount of units to kind of make teams with for this first raid event. And this first raid event does go for a decent amount of time, so I like that it has its own event stamina. So you don't have to waste your own stamina. It's just you do it 5 times a day, and that's pretty much it. What did it say for... I think it said up here in the corner. It goes till 2/17, so that gives us, what, 3... That gives us 20 days for this raid event. And what we'll do... I'll have to decide how long, because I'll probably record them both at the same time, but if they're too long, I'll probably make them 2 separate videos in terms of going over the event itself, just kind of looking at it and doing actual gameplay. But I'll probably make it 1 video, since you can only do 5 fights a day, it seems like. And that's probably why they give us 20 days, so we'll just have to wait and see how that goes. But that's going to be pretty much it, guys. Once again, there will be a water banner after this, so if you want to do the half off on that when that comes out, feel free to do so. I will not be doing that. Let me actually look real quick. I'm not going to limit break her, because I don't even have the materials, but let's go over to Alice real quick. So, the Almighty Evolution Crystals, that's what they're called. So, if I can get another 50, I'll be able to use that on someone I need it for. And then, what was I looking at for these colors? So I only have 26 of those. And then, no, Alice. I think I gathered up 100 Alice Evolution Crystals and actually used it on her. Because she's actually a really good unit. I do regret it, because I did end up infusing her her golden sword, the dupe that I pulled. As you can see, it's at 42 now, because I was like, I'm not going to get an earth element sword anytime soon. And then the next day I pull you. And now I have no weapon to essentially give to you that's the correct element anyway. I mean, I could always... Who's using what? Yeah, for the most part, there's really nothing to kind of change it for. The only thing I could really do is maybe give her, like, a different sword, but that just lowers her stats. So it's really not that big of a deal. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it. Let me know what you guys think about the War of Underworld event down below. Let me know if you're excited. I think this will be a cool event. This is the first kind of new content that we're getting. And it's pretty good. Only, you know, 2.5 months into the game, we're getting our first brand new game mode. Which a lot of games take after, like, the first year to kind of get to that point. So I think this is a good sign for the game moving forward. And I also do like that they're starting to kind of slow down with the banners, because unlike Memory Defrag, you don't need tons and tons of brand new units. I feel like even the starting units, probably like 6 months to a year in the game, will still be viable for most sources of content, whereas I've noticed in Memory Defrag, a lot of times they make the events to where it's like, oh, you can only do everything if you pull the units that are specifically for this banner. So I do like how this game's direction is kind of going. But that's going to be it, guys. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more if you're new to the channel. I will see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.